watch whales. And there's a bar. There's our vessel. I didn't mean to take a video, but might as well.
Okay, so I admittedly went into this with huge expectations of what I was going to see on this tour, but still a lot of fun. Now, who has a wedding without a bachelor party?
Alright. Hey everybody, say hello. Sound off.
Mahalo.
Oh yeah, shaka.
Okay.
We made it to the exit. That's the start.
I'll tell you this, I've been walking around a lot.
Rainbow.
Take a right.
Rainbow.
Wow. Have you ever tried to get 10 men organized for an event when you've been drinking? It's difficult. But finally, I believe everybody but me is right up here at a place called Hula Grill in Lahaina. We're gonna have some cocktails. Getting ready for our escape room adventure. I've been walking around for an hour and a half trying to find everybody. People arriving from the airport, people arriving from shuttle buses. Oh God. Everybody else is hanging on the beach. My leg's been bleeding. It's been awesome. Hi everybody! Oh! Yay! My guy. Video!
Oh, hey! Action shot! Hey! That's why they call it the monkey paw.
Little toy phone. That's heavenly.
This guy and this guy.
You're so bad at drinking! You're the worst! I keep trying to tell you!
I'm so bad at straws.
What a f***ing show this is. Like I don't even want to try. Has anyone ever ordered that in the history of the world? This is what I got. Cheers, bro. We're figs.
I've never been with so many different human beings. I hate all I got a full-size beer.
I don't know, man. We're all white. That's pretty normal. Her red wine.
Red wine. Jesus! I showed you that!
So while all that was happening, the ladies and I took a tour of Maui Wine, the only winery on Maui. The tour was great. We started off with a little history on how the winery came to be and where the grapes came from, and then we dove into the winemaking process. Our tour guide took us into the old jail where we had a private tasting with at least 5 different flights and charcuterie boards.
It's kind of like Pinot Noir in that it has really thin skin. So you have to really press it or really let it sit to get a deep, dark.
After that, we got some happy hour sushi, performed a quick wardrobe change, and then hit up Bermuda Triangle, Maui's nightlife in Kihei. The boys met us there later. We sang, we danced, we drank our faces off, and then we ended up with quite the bar tab. And the next day, we pulled ourselves together for a day with the fellas.
Okay. It's hard to see without a mask, I'll tell you.
No kidding, yeah.
You guys look funny. Do you guys want to do sushi for dinner still? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you guys want to do sushi for dinner still? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. 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 All right
After a leisurely morning at the pool, we decided to hit the beach. But first, we popped by to say hello to the family.
Hi. Hi, Lisa.
Hi guys.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Hi Jack. Hello, grandson.
After catching up for a few minutes, we made our way to the beach. It was a little windy, which made for some sweet bodyboarding action.
How was it out there? Good. Good. I saw you catch some waves.
I rode a wave to there. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Up next on the agenda, shave ice. Every time we stopped here, the lines were ridiculously long. However, it was totally worth it.
Hey,
I'm gonna get blue raspberry.
what are you gonna get?
I don't know.
Better pick it up.
I can't read.
How is that, Hank?
Is it yummy?
What'd you get? Rainbow?
Yep. I got passion fruit, blue raspberry, and strawberry.
And before we knew it, the sun set and it was dinner time.
You guys ready for dinner? What time is it?
Apparently, track sushi is not a thing in Maui, so we ended up spending a small fortune at Sensei Seafood Restaurant and Sushi Bar.
Yeah.
The rolls were pretty dynamite though.
With your average wedding, the night before is the rehearsal dinner. But we didn't need one of those. So instead, I went ahead and planned an immersive dinner theater for everyone. Without leaving the grounds, and with a ton of help from Kelly and Owen's acting aid, I transported everyone to a sunset cruise set in 1986. Hawaii's heyday, the era of Thomas Magnum, and the era of Captain Chris. Okay, I made him up, but I came up with a backstory and published it for the guests months before in the format of his modern day obituary. And I embedded in that obituary a bunch of clues for the evening that was ahead of everybody. The guests were greeted with a cocktail reception. Then, as it was time to board, they headed down the archway, and as they passed through, they were whisked to the mysterious shipwreck mentioned in the obituary.
Come over here, come over! Right over here, here's the total loss! Up to the beach! Over here, everybody! The boat appears to be a total loss! Luckily, we managed to get her to this island! Alright, folks. The first thing I want to do is get us all out of the sun here. So, you guys hang out here for just a minute, and we're going to go see if we can find some shelter.
Back home, I spent a ridiculous number of hours preparing for this party. But when we were there and ready to prepare, we got kicked out of our condo at 10 a.m. with no place to go or prep until 4. So we didn't get to capture the action the way we wanted, and the party was delayed about an hour. But the booze was flowing, and everyone seemed to be enjoying our efforts. We took shelter in a gorgeous lagoon to await rescue, where we found a mysterious glowing tiki with a warning about a need for a blood sacrifice every 36 years. The only time the island ever reveals itself, and we were all trapped.
Alright, everybody! Ropes ready! I found a little cove around the corner, and the mess is set up, and there's plenty for everybody, so serve yourself as you need to.
A little beach ball there.
We of course couldn't starve everyone, so we took our emergency provisions and did some foraging, and we made a meal of shoyu chicken, Kahlua pork, yakisoba, strawberry poppy seed greens, and of course there was mac salad, which was mayo-rific.
Must be horse
Fresh strawberries and some sort of delicious nut.
Right?
It was like I was like doing a salad, but it was really good.
Nice. Try it.
You should.
You did an awesome job, I'm sure.
You've never lied to me yet.
Two different kinds of meat.
That's chicken and this was pork.
This is a yakisoba noodle,
Which one's chicken, which one's pork?
That's chicken.
Okay,
That's
say
pork.
that looks porky.
and then the yakisoba noodles and a mac salad, and then a fresh fruit and nut salad.
Oh, this is too good.
So
That's
what
what
I
you want
want
for the
Julie
salad
is
plan
put
for
it
the
a
rest of
little
the trip.
aioli on the pork.
Monday
The
night
chicken
we
stands
have
on its own.
Hi guys.
Hey!
Hi. How's your your cruise going?
Oh my gosh, we wrecked and I was worried, but then we made it to this lagoon and it's amazing.
How exciting!
Yeah.
The food's good. How are the drinks? Amazing.
So good.
Stiff.
We have a really good bartender.
Hey, thanks, Cody. I knocked out a few cocktails, including my version of the perfect Mai Tai. I stole the Lilikoi foam from Monkey Pod, which is an awesome bar in Maui next time you visit. If you'd like the recipe for my Mai Tai, I put it in the description below.
Everybody, it's getting a little late, and I don't know when the Coast Guard is going to find us out here. I mean, it is a storm, after all. What I think the boy and I are going to go do is try to find a little place for us to hole up for the night. But don't worry, we're working out a little game for us all to play once we get down there. So stay tuned, but we're giving you about 15-minute warning to get your stuff together and be ready to move to something that's going to be a little bit more comfortable for the night. We'll see you very soon. You ready to go, boy?
I hosted bartender for years, so I couldn't really help myself.
It's time for everybody's favorite game show.
Wait for it.
Kelly Oak love me tonight. Just gorgeous addition. Yes. So, are we all ready to play? Did everybody pick a team name? So, tonight is a very special edition of trivia. Now that we're crashed on islands and waiting for rescue, if everybody would fill out their team cards and turn them into my lovely assistants. All right. We're ready to get started, but first the rules. I want to remind everyone there is absolutely no cell phones. Someone take Phil's away from him.
No, that's not true.
Phil is my cousin. He's very competitive. He cheats.
Anyway, this is for fun, and there are no prizes, so don't be a cheater. It's extremely uncool. I'm your host, and Julie is the eye candy over here.
This wasn't your typical bar trivia. This trivia had everything. Of course, there were questions and answers.
Here we go. Question number 1. Most know that Mercury is the closest, and Earth is third, but which planet is fifth from the sun?
But there were chugging contests,
That's it. You guys did a great job.
There's 12 questions.
theme rounds,
Round number 2. Commercialize it. I'll give you the slogan or famous catchphrase. You give me the product it is pitching. Example, if I say just do it, you write down Adidas. Adidas is wrong.
guest stars with nudity,
I'm loving it.
Alright, here's number 2. Breakfast champion.
Bill, put your phone away.
and team challenges.
Because that is an afro.
Switch. She has been gone for a while. Alright, we don't need to lose any more people. You guys hang out here. We're going to go see what's going on outside. We'll be right back.
But just when we were ready to crown the winning team, I sent Kelly out to get the tiki that we were going to use for the first prize, and she never came back.
This is the United States Coast Guard Search and Rescue. Please reveal yourselves.
Let's have a big hand for our cast. Owen McCall as Gil Repeat. Kelly Geiger playing Julie McCoy. And of course your host for this evening, Captain Chris. Copyright 1986, Captain Chris Productions, all rights reserved. Copyright LLC, production, timestamps, and all that legal stuff.
Yes, adore you all of the time. I like to 3 days.